Hello, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I just got I was doing some dishes and I'm all wet right here, so that's kind of uncomfortable. Okay, so sorry I haven't been around. I just am finding it so difficult to make things these days. I sit and slowly work, here and there on something, but it isn't organized in any fashion, and so it's really hard to make a video. And then some days I've been doing nothing other than sitting. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I'm broken. I need to be fixed. So anyway, I'll just show you real quick. March, I did January and February, I think, with you guys. So for March, it's not complete, but I just put some things together. There's some things poked in there. And I'm just trying to get all the pages in. And then once I get all the pages in, then I can decorate it more. I'm kind of decorating. This is kind of cute. Just using up the pieces that were, left over off of the, cutting the big 12 by 12s, and you always have a strip. So on this one, I just folded it in half and I made it so that we could stick something in there, and then I left that to have something poked in there as well. And I don't know if I'll do that or whoever gets, one of these would do it themselves. But anyway, so now I am on April, and I am just going to start, and see, this is one of the things I'm like, well, nobody wants to see me hole punch and that sort of thing. And then I think, Stephanie, just do what you got to do. I overthink things too much. I figure if somebody doesn't want to watch the hole punching, then they'll fast forward through it. I don't know. I get too much up in my head about everything, and then it makes it so that no video happens whatsoever. So, boy, don't I sound grumpy already. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so April, really cute. I showed you all the pages before, and I did already cut up the 12 by 12 that comes with this one, but it has lilies and little, I don't know, ducks, chicks, I don't know what those are, and some bees, calla lilies, is that what those are? Really pretty. So on the back side of this one, I have, okay, so on the back side of this one, what I'm planning to do is these pockets. Don't you guys find it interesting? Now this, I'm sure, is pretty old paper, but I love this pattern. But look at the back side. You know what? Why? Why would you put that on the back side of that? It just makes no sense to me. So it's been a piece of paper that's been very difficult to use. And so now I'm going to make some pockets with it. So I took these and kind of lined them up like this so that my punch here, sorry about the reach, but my punch that I'm using is on both on this side, and then, flip them over. And so the distance is kind of the same. That's how I did that. And glue. I hadn't used this yet this morning. Okay, good. It's flowing just fine. Maybe flowing a little bit more than I should let it. So now this I could have left this as like a band so that the pocket would go all the way down, but I decided that's not what I want to do. I want to have them short little pockets so I can put little things in there and they don't get lost. And this paper here, I had already glued that down. And then I thought, I really should try and make a video. So I stopped there and started putting papers together instead. I don't even know what I was saying. That's cardstock. Did I say that? I don't know. So yeah, not been doing much really. I think I told you, maybe, I don't know. The last video I did was making those little pink tree ornaments. And I'm not sure what day that was on, if it was the day that it snowed so much or if it was the day before that it snowed so much. But we got so much snow. Oh my goodness. I have no idea how much. I didn't like see an actual inch, you know, count. And then it's different depending on where you live. I live kind of in a higher area, and so I may have gotten more snow than like the lower area, Spokane area. I live up a little bit higher elevation. But anyway, way more snow than I feel was necessary. and one of the very frustrating things, so this will be like that, and then this will be like that. And then this, I took a piece of this paper and I folded it in half, and then I folded it up. And then I sewed on here, and then I, you know, folded it and then sewed all the way around. So it made a little pocket. I didn't glue it at all, but it made a little pocket so that I think it'd look cute with something just poked down inside of there. Don't know what at this point, but, and then there's, you know, writing on both front and back of it. So that will go like that. I'm not sure how much in frame that is. Okay, so then here's, you know, the big sheet, the 12 by 12 that comes with it. And I backed it with more of that notebook paper. And then here we are with just some double-sided paper. Has lines on the back side. And I'll spruce it up a little bit. And that'll go there. And so then on this one, I should have found my 1-inch paper punch before I sat down. I wonder where it is. Is it on my desk? I don't see it on my desk. Oh, it is on my desk. Yay! That's a good thing. I was thinking to make one of those, let's see, you know, the policy, you know, that kind of thing, where, you know, it'll tie closed on itself. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me just, you know, do it and not talk about it. I'm gonna get this out of the way and do some marking. So yeah, one of the frustrating things when it snows like that is you're like, do I wait to start shoveling? Or do I let it finish? Or blah, 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 you know, the decision. Well, then it gets to be like so heavy with snow that there's no way you could shovel it. And so you wait till your husband's done working and decides to, that'll be a cute little tag, and decides to do the snow blower, which is fine, and that's what he did. And then I want to mark, let's see, I want to mark it like this. I want this B on there. So I'm going to mark it like this. But anyway, so that day we got it all cleaned up, all shoveled, and we thought, oh, this is going to be great. And by like the late afternoon, it pretty much had quit, I think. I don't know, it's hard to remember, but it had pretty much quit snowing, if I remember right. And it was warm enough that where we had cleaned the driveway and the sidewalks and all that, it had started to melt. So they were totally clear, right? And then it got really stinking cold. And then it snowed like another inch. And then like froze onto it. So frustrating. You know, when you think, ah, perfect. Now, as long as it doesn't do anything else, but then it did. So that was frustrating for us. But anyway, I don't think the snow is going to be going anywhere anytime soon. It's cold. Today, I don't know what it is, but it's low, like below 20. I don't know what it is. I think my husband said this morning, but I don't remember what he said. So let's just ink this up a little bit. So some of the things in here I am inking and some of the things I am not. I'm going to go ahead and ink this even though it's going to be covered, just in case there's a spot that shows. I don't want it sticking out all bright underneath it. And I think that I will go ahead and ink this whole envelope up. I've been digging through my things, trying to find fun things to put into this journal. And I don't know, it's with it being something I'm doing hole punches. I'm trying to find papers that are more sturdy, and then if I don't have anything that's sturdy enough, I'm having to double things up to make it sturdy enough not to just tear right through the holes. So it's kind of limiting as to the things that I can use. And of course, doubling things up is very time consuming. So, okay, we'll glue this down. So for this, I was thinking that I would have it punched up at the top and that it would open at the bottom. And then we would do the closure thing on it. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have done that yet, because I could have hid my, I'm just going to do it anyway because now my glue's going to dry. I could have hid my brad prongs if I hadn't just done that way. Oh well, not the end of the world. We'll figure out something. Alrighty, so if you guys haven't done this before, it's real simple. Just take some heavier paper, and then even with them being heavier, I still usually double them up. Try not to waste too much. I can get more circles out of it. Okay. So I think what I'll do, yeah. Oh no, no. I haven't done this for a while. Okay, so I just double them up. And sometimes triple them, but this is a little, it's heavy enough. I think it's fine. Let that dry for a second. I'll glue the other two. Alrighty. And I usually just kind of guess on a hole in the center, and I'm usually off by a little bit, but that's all right. We're gonna pretend that that's the center. And I should have found string and everything before I started doing this, but I just wasn't thinking. So those will be like that. Let me find a grommet. I'm not a grommet, a brad. We'll use one of these. Those will be fine. I could do blue, it'd be cute, but I don't want to have to dig. I know I've got some, but I don't know where they are. So we're just gonna do this. Ink around it, which of course you don't have to, but I'm inking on this particular envelope, so why not? So then let me these are really short and they're kind of like not lined up perfectly, but okay, they went through all right. Alrighty. Those are stiff, goodness. Okay, so there's that, and then we want to do another one. So now, problem, right? How am I going to do that? I don't know. Let's see, what do I have? I don't know how we're going to do it. What do I have? Let's see here. I don't want to punch through all the way. Let me get, I think what I'll do is I have a whole bunch of, you know, just strips of things. I'm just going to poke a bunch of them up in there and do it that way. So I'll just do this. This is going to be my stopper. And maybe there, I don't know. Hopefully it's lined up to the other one. I think it's fine. I mean, it's not going to be the easiest thing getting it in there. Oh, I guess not too bad. Getting it to lay flat, on the other hand, might not be so easy. All right, it's not too bad. Doesn't feel real good on my fingers. All right, so there's that. And then you could always take like something like a whole piece of paper and cover this, which I might do at some point. Let me get some string. I have some, just trying to decide, I have some string that has blue on it. I might ink it. This one has gray. I might like the gray better than the blue. Let me see what happens if I run a little bit of ink on the blue one. Just kind of like that. I mean, it doesn't ink it all the way because it's, you know, turns as it goes. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I've got a giant mess going on. Just so you know, I do have a messy desk. Maybe it looks like I don't. And it may not be messy to some people, but it's definitely messy to me. I don't really know how much I need. So I normally take it and just tie it in a knot. And then I come over on the other side and tie it again. And, you know, if you do it a couple of times, it like lifts it, if that makes sense. So it's easier to spin around it. I think I'll do one more. getting short. Oh, I don't know if I can. It might be too short. Come on, Stephanie. All right, that's all I can do. And then I take a pair of scissors and cut it. All right, I'm going to do just a little bit more. Just kind of go around a few times, and I think I'll just leave it like that. And then I normally would take and like tie it in a knot at the bottom so that it doesn't unravel. It might be cute to hang something off of it. So anyway, that will be a page. So it'll turn like that, that. I'll probably have something like trim of some sort hanging off of that. That, and then this back page. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've got a huge mess. So it'll be kind of like layered up like this. So on this one, this is pretty thin paper. So I just want to reinforce the top. I need, okay, so I need just about 9 inches. So I am going to take it and fold it at right about 9 inches. Maybe just a little bit more. And so I'm okay with this right here being folded down and it looking just a little different. I might decorate it in some way. I'm leaving it just like that. This is going to firm it up just a little bit. I also need to cut it to fit the width. And my width is just about 8 inches on this. Of course, that's not cutting much off because this is an 8.5. Yeah, that's fine. And I am going to just glue it down with my Fabri-Tac. Okay. Now let's just put them in. I am going to have them sitting open, and then we'll get them punched. So this, I don't really plan on inking, but I can take it back out again if I want and ink it. This and this, I just want to make sure everything's as it's supposed to be. I'm going to punch these together so that it takes a little less time that way. So you always just want to make sure things are lined up in the right direction so that you're not punching the wrong end of your piece of paper. Okay, so this one has plenty of reinforcement on it, so we're just going to put that one in. And then I wanted to do this one, and it's kind of hard to figure out where you want to put your holes when it's not, you know, the width of your calendar, but hopefully I'm doing it right. And this is still pretty thin paper, even though it's folded in half. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it. Oh my gosh, you guys, you just would not believe the mess that I'm working around right now. And then I'm going to hang this one off of this side. And then I have this and this that can be punched together. While I was at my mom's house, I was trying to journal. It was not easy. I mean, I'm not naturally a journaler anyway, but I did feel like maybe it would be a good thing to journal about. So I tried. I was trying. Oh, I need to reinforce these. And one thing I did discover, for myself anyway, that I liked, and crazy for me to say this, but you know, it's hard for me to leave a page alone. I have to keep adding and adding and adding. I can't just leave anything alone. I was happy when I would turn to a page where there was not a whole bunch of goop on it so that I could actually journal. Isn't that funny? So they're really fun to look at when they're all filled up, and I'm still, of course, drawn to doing that. But what I found for myself, as far as the journaling itself goes, it's much easier to journal on a page that is open for journaling. So that doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to change my style, but it is interesting to realize. Hopefully this isn't too long. No, it is perfect size. And I'm going to hang this one off the other side, I guess, because this one's hung off of this side. I'm going to hang the envelope off of this other side. And I'm going to line it up to the side. And so, you know, my holes are not in the center, but if they were, my envelope would be hanging outside of my, you know, thing. Which, hey, you know, that might be kind of cool, but I didn't think to do that at first, so I can't start in the middle of it, you know? I don't think I should anyway. Okay, so that goes there. And then this, did I forget something? I did. I forgot this, didn't I? This was supposed to go here. And then this. And then this. And these need reinforced. I'm going through a whole bunch of these things. And I don't know that I really need to do both sides, but I like the way it looks, so why not? Okay. close it. I'm gonna bend this the other direction just a little so it's easier. Okay. So I think the colors look nice. I don't know how much is where you can see, but I guess I'll just put it all the way in. I'll probably stamp something on there. So for here, these are the cutouts. So for this, I've been taking this and making a little tab. Alongside the actual calendar month. I'll show you how I'm doing that in just a minute. You're like, it's a tab, I get it. Sometimes it's really hard to poke those little pieces of paper into a punch. And so I'll just show you how I've been doing it. I'm just going to poke these things in there. This I will probably cut in half. So what I'm doing on these is leaving these so that if somebody, you know, decides they want to buy this, they have all the little things to fill their calendar as they want to, not as I want to, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm not going to cut that out with you guys. I'll do it off camera. I mean, I'm not going to cut the top part of it. I'll just get it taken off and poked in there. And I'll probably round the corners on these, but I'll do that again. I'll do that off camera. So yeah, I'm still working. It's not like I'm not. I feel like I'm just doing nothing, but I'm still doing something slowly but surely. Okay, so those pockets are full of things to, you know, add here and there if you want. And then this one too is that little cutoff. I'll probably poke that in there or somewhere else. I can put it somewhere else. These, okay. So what I'm doing is putting them on the side of each month, right? There's February's and then there's March's. So what I'm planning on doing on this one is putting it up a little higher so that you can see it here, then the next one will be here, then the next one will be here. But these are really hard. You know, you totally fuss with them to try and get them lined up within here. So I've been taking my scraps, you know, so this is like the little cut off from something. I'm putting a little dot of glue on it. Putting my paper on it. And then putting it in there. And you can maneuver it, you guys. Okay, it's gonna fly. Oh my gosh, okay. Don't use paper that's too thick. I've been doing it on thinner paper. I don't know if it's gonna cut it. Shoot. All right, thinner paper. How embarrassing. Let me pull it off real quick. It does work, I promise. I've been doing it. Let me get a thinner piece of paper out of the trash. I wonder if this would work. Because one side of it isn't real shiny. I wonder, we'll see. Just put a little glue. But the problem with this one is that I'm gonna have to line it up to that. So let's just do this one. I'm like, hey, watch my great idea, you guys. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Typical. Why is it not working? Oh my goodness. Again, it's one of those really stupid situations. Oh, there's something wrong with my thing. What the heck? It's not the paper, it's this. Well, that stinks. All right, well, I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with my cutter, my punch. Bummer. Okay, so it would have worked. This at some point will be a tab right about here. All right, you guys, that's all I have right now. So I'm gonna keep on working on this, and it's thick already. I only have 4 months in there and it's thick. So this is going to be quite the chunky journal. And I have to make covers for it even. So, all right. Thanks you guys for watching. And I'm going to go try and fix my tab thing. I wonder what I did with it, to it. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.